Okay, I'm starting this song over. Anybody who knows me knows that I like to dance. Hello, everyone. My name is Shalonda Gibson, and I'm back at you again with my Speak Success Blab. I am starting this interview series where I will talk to entrepreneurs, people in business, public speakers, anyone who is actively living out and walking out their dream, their purpose, their passion. We're coming together twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays to really get into some issues that can throw us off focus. We will deal with our fears. We'll deal with phobias. There are so many things that are holding people back from living their dreams, walking in their purpose, just all out doing the things that they're supposed to do. Here we are. We're in a brand new year. It's 2016. So I guess I should say Happy New Year. And I'll keep dancing. I'll dance. I'll dance. The song that I'm playing right now is called Same Old Two-Step. It's a line dancing song that I really like every time I hear it. I really don't know all of the moves to it or anything because it just takes me a while to catch on to all of the line dances. I know some people who are line dancing fanatics and they know all of the moves to almost any line dancing song that comes on. And so I'm not that one. I know a couple. I know the wobble and a few more. But anyway, electric slide, the usuals. But I can't say that I am a line dancing fanatic, but I do like music. And I chose the Same Old Two-Step. That's the song that came up for me because the title of my blog for today was New Year, Same Old-ish. And so that's what we're going to talk about today, how to get focused on your vision, your goals, your mission for 2016. There's a quote that says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I was doing some research on that to see who actually said this quote. And I saw somewhere that it's a Buddhist proverb, but then I saw another place where it said that it's a fake Buddhist proverb. But either way, I think it rings true. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That means when you're ready, when your eyes are open, when you're focused, when your perspective has changed and you're in a place where you can receive, then the teacher will appear. And what I'm learning right now is that the teacher can be life experiences. The teacher can be a book. The teacher can be a person, a physical person. The teacher can be some mistakes, some bloopers, some screw ups. You can get an epiphany. You can get a revelation. But there are so many things that teach us about life, that so many things that teach us about purpose. And again, I'm just in an awesome place. Last week, we talked about expectation versus resolution. So at the beginning of the year, so many people set New Year's resolutions. You have the group of people who are anti-New Year, New Year's resolutions, and you have the group of people who are all about resolutions, setting goals. You get a fresh start, you turn the page on a new year, and we actually have 366 pages in this year because it's a leap year. So we're on page 4 of the 2016 book. And my question today was, how are you writing? What are you writing in your book? Are you actively doing the things that are going to lead you closer to your purpose, that are going to help you accomplish your goals? Or are you doing things that will keep you just even further away from achieving your goals, from achieving, I'm saying goals, dreams. Some people have different terms for it, but from your expected end. And resolution is really just deciding to do or to not do a thing. And that's more related to, I would say, a determination. And what I'm starting to see and believe is that the reason we do not accomplish those goals, or maybe by the end of the month, forget that, by the end of the week, we've already broken maybe 1 to 2 or all of our resolutions because we were very determined, but maybe we weren't connected. And so I just think the universe can confirm things for us. Just even with my thoughts in the last 2 days, in terms of the power of connection, the power of expectation, the power of action, all of these words have become very clear. These words mean something: connection, expectation, and action. So I just think that these things go hand in hand. I think that your resolutions are based on your determination. You feel like you should do a thing or you should not do a thing because it seems like the right thing to do. It's almost expected for people to set goals for health because they say they want to be healthier, they want to look good in their clothes, they want to feel good, they want to have energy, that kind of thing. And maybe they set a 15-pound goal, a 10-pound goal, but it's like you yo-yo. You gain 15 pounds, you lose 15 pounds, you lose 15 pounds, you gain 20 pounds, and it's the same weight that you're losing each year. And I'm saying you, but really me, you, so many people. I look back at my pictures from the past and I always think, wow, I wish I could be that size. But then I remember when I was that size and I saw pictures from maybe 2 years prior or the year prior, then it became, I wish I was that size. I really looked good when I was that size, or my hair looked good when it was that color. So we can do all of these things for the external, and you have the determination. And sometimes we get discouraged because things aren't happening the way they should happen. It's easy for me to set goals and say, oh, I want to improve my communication skills and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But that's what I do for a living. I'm a speech pathologist. I'm a speech coach. So communication comes easily to me, just like you see people who work out in the gym. They love working out. But then you have some people like myself. I love to look good. I can't say that I love to work out. So that's why I do classes that are fun for me, whether it's a dance class, some new activity, something to keep me active. But what I heard my pastor say yesterday is that people like the results, but they don't like the process. And so that's where so many people get stuck in the process. And that is one of my quotes. And I talk about that. If you prepare for the process, you'll be ready for anything. It really doesn't matter because the process teaches you, it builds your character, it gives you skills, it just prepares you, it gets your attitude. 3 areas for me: attitude, skills, and knowledge. So when you're preparing for the process, in any event, in any situation that comes in front of you, and it's a test or a practicum of sorts, then you'll be prepared. But if you're only studying for that one thing and preparing for that one thing, you're very much limited. So anyway, so you prepare for the process. And that's where we are with this. So here you are with your resolutions. You're determined. But are you as determined at the end of the week as you were on January 1st? Are you as determined when they bring in free food to the office and it's your favorite donut, it's your favorite bakery, it's your favorite pasta, it's your favorite dish? Are you as determined? You get weak, that kind of thing. And we all do it. We can all hang our head in shame, raise our hand, whatever. We have that area that's an area of weakness for us. And so that's where we are right now. We're working to make positive and lasting changes in life, and it's 2016. So fresh page, clean slate, we can do it. So your resolutions are connected to your determination. And as I wrote, when you talk about your expectation is you're looking forward and expecting that thing to happen in the future, and you're believing that something is going to happen. And as I stated before, my expectation for the year is freedom. And so when you set the proper expectation, then everything starts to line up and it starts to make sense. And so I feel that I'm connected to the sense of expectation as opposed to New Year's resolutions. Freedom, as I explore what freedom means, to me and for me what freedom really is, I've become connected to my expectation. And so it's not that I am not having challenges, it's just that it makes sense to me. I see things as taking me closer to that expectation or really drawing me away from the expectation. And so when you feel connected to something, it's easier. It's just like it's easier to give a gift to someone who you feel connected to and that you already like. Now, if anybody has ever worked in any type of office setting, and you know that they take office pools, they raise money to get gifts for baby showers, for birthdays, almost you name it. There's always some kind of something going around where we're going to do this for that person. It's Amy's birthday. It's Paul's birthday. It's Lacey's birthday. It's Lisa's birthday. So-and-so is having a baby shower. We're collecting money. And it's easy for us to give and donate to the person that we feel connected to. But what about the person who sits next to you, in the cube next to you, that you don't really like? You think they have a bad attitude. Are you as willing to give to them as you would be to your next door neighbor who brings you coffee in the morning when they bring their coffee in the morning or whatever? So it's just easy, the power of connection. And plus you have your list of resolutions. You might have 10 things. I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to travel to at least 5 new cities or countries in the US. I want to read 10 books by the end of the year. I want to, I don't know, build up the endurance to run a 10K. I want to run a marathon, whatever the things that you list. It could go on and on and on in every area. And I used to categorize mine in mind, body, and spirit. So something spiritual, to whether it's learning to read, to meditate, to have the quiet time, to have the prayer time, to attend church, to whatever it is. And your body, again, it usually relates to getting yourself in shape in some kind of way. And that's all fine and dandy. It's just a lot to keep up with. I have one word. Again, like I said, one word. And because of my nature being a taskmaster, it's almost easy for me to make lists and lists and lists of things just so I can have them to check off. And this is even, it's falling apart. This is my business journal from 2015. It's not all the way full, but this was my brain. This is when I would brainstorm about what I wanted to do and map out things before I put them on my computer. I still like to use pen and paper. It just does something for me. It feels more realistic. I feel more immersed in the experience. But anyway, when I look back in this notebook, because I am a taskmaster, some of the things I did accomplish, some of them I didn't accomplish, but I really did a lot of things. And where I am right now is because of me working my list. Some days I did it well, some days I didn't, because life gets in the way. So anyway, one word right now though, one word. And like I said, because of my nature, it's almost like I wanted to have all of these lists of expectations, but it was just like my spirit just wouldn't let me. Anything I tried to add to that freedom, oh, I want to be more loving. I want to be better with my finances. It was like, that falls under freedom. Okay. So it's not just about, for me, I've really transitioned from last weekend from the place of being freedom from to freedom to. So it's not just about breaking old habits. It's about changing your mindset, feeling free to be yourself, feeling free to love, finding and seeing the love in everything, seeing the freedom in everything, the freedom of choice. I can choose whatever foods I want to eat, but I feel like in order for me to be free to have a better relationship with food, then I have to think about it, how it affects my body and what I'm actually trying to do in life. So it's easy. So it's not like I'm consciously deciding that I'm only going to eat 1,500 calories a day. I'm just free to have a better relationship with food. So I'm working on having a better relationship with food, a better relationship with finances, because as a business owner, things happen. You have good months and you have bad months. But if you are free to have a better relationship with your money, you already know and you're prepared. You have savings. And that's just it. So as opposed to, I'm going to set this goal, I'm going to have 3 months of expenses saved up, I'm free to have a better relationship with my finances, which is all inclusive of rebuilding my savings and things like that. So hi, welcome to the people who have joined in. Thank you for joining the Blab. So again, as we're talking about freedom, again, freedom to love, meaning I can choose to love a person who seems to be a bit difficult or a bit challenging because I realize maybe they have some things going on and who they are really doesn't affect who I am, but also being free to remove myself from any situation that doesn't serve me, any situation that works against me being free. So again, it's all inclusive. And so where we are today is talking about the next phase of that. So the first Blab was all about setting the expectation. Today's Blab is about your effort. Your effort must meet your expectation. And that's just really all about your action. So if I'm saying that I want freedom, what am I just sitting and waiting? Okay, waiting on freedom. It's been 10 minutes. No freedom yet. I don't feel, it's so funny. I don't feel free. I thought this was supposed to be the year of freedom. This is kind of the perspective or the stance that we take on certain things. I'm not doing anything. It's fine to have expectation, but if you have expectation and no action, no doing, then you're still stuck in a rut. That's where we find ourselves stuck. No action, whether it's with your resolutions, 10 things, or your expectations. So we have to be okay and align ourselves with some sort of action. So if you're believing for a thing, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you're thinking something, that means it's guiding your actions, your everyday interactions. It's guiding the things that you say. It's guiding how you treat others. It's guiding how you treat yourself. It's guiding the things that you watch on TV. It's guiding the things that you read. It's guiding the places you go. So, action. Action is about doing. It's about moving. This pen will sit on the table or wherever I place it. It'll just remain there until it's acted upon by me or the wind or some other force that's greater than itself. So in order for us to make progress, we have to get busy doing something. And I realize that my expectations also have held me accountable for my actions. And so we have these accountability groups, accountability partners, people that we go to, and we have vision board parties and all of these things. It's just all about this accountability. And that's fine and dandy too. However, we must have some level of self-leadership. Bottom line. And again, expectation releases you to being accountable to your own actions. It makes you responsible for your own actions. And it's kind of like we find ourselves in this place of, in the beginning of the year, it's new year, new you, new year, new me. Everything is new, fresh perspective, all that kind of stuff. Day 1 passes, nothing happens. Day 2 passes, nothing happens. Day 3 passes, nothing happens. Next thing you know, it's a week. You're not doing anything. You're sitting, I'm going to start it tomorrow. I'm going to do this here. I'm going to do this there. And then you find yourself, new year, same old bull, chickadee. New year, old you. So it's time. It's time for us to just move all of the way past that, all of the way out of the way, especially if we've been entrepreneurs, if we've been parents, if we've been adults, this is just a good time. Any day, actually, that you open your eyes and you're breathing and you're walking is a chance to do better. We don't actually even have to wait for the new year. So we're going to start to take action. And so with that, going back to my original quote, I like quotes, and I really used to love reading a lot when I was younger. That was my escape. I could read the night away and not even go to sleep. But then came graduate school. And because I had to read so much, I think I got out of the habit of reading, and I just went through this phase where I couldn't even finish a book. The book would be really awesome, but I would start it and would not finish it. And that was my goal last year, was to really finish books. So anyway, the book that I'm reading, which goes along with a quote, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So again, all of the things that I'm feeling, all of the things that I'm sensing, I just feel like things are coming into alignment for me, because this is the book. I pretty much enjoy almost all of Oprah's programming on the OWN network. And even Super Soul Sunday, I used to watch that regularly, but I just got so bogged down I wasn't watching TV as much. And someone had told me about the Shonda Rhimes interview, and I never watched it. I watched it maybe 3 weeks ago, finally, and I absolutely loved it. First of all, because she was being so transparent. And when a person is transparent and they're giving you a real and authentic, genuine side of themselves, you can't help but to make some sort of a connection. But everything she was saying, she was going to say, she made a decision to say yes to everything that scared her, everything that she was afraid of, and how that year of yes really changed her life. And so she chronicled her journey, and she wrote The Year of Yes: How to Dance It Out, Stand in the Sun, and Be Your Own Person. And I started reading it, and I've gotten pretty far with it. I'm almost halfway done. I read a little bit of it every night. But what I loved about the interview, of course, with me being a speech coach, was her talking about stage fright. And of course, I work with so many people who have stage fright, whether they come in for voice issues, accent reduction, or for rehab services because they've had a stroke or something going on where their voice is injured or they can't communicate. One of the things that we end up talking about, we do a lot of inside work because I address, again, attitude, skills, and knowledge. So the attitude is what you believe, what you feel. So we get into fears a lot. And so many people come to me who absolutely hate or fear public speaking. So it's all fear-based thinking. And so she talked about her year of yes and how she had to speak at her alma mater at Dartmouth College, and how she was so afraid and she had stage fright. She didn't know. She just described her experience as just this. She was so overwhelmed. She was terrified. And when she got up there, what she described is one of the techniques that I talk about, how to stand up within yourself and get into that heart space so that you're speaking from the heart, because it's not about you anyway. Because when she looked out at the audience, she said that she saw her. She thought she was afraid, but they were her. They were afraid. These students that were graduating were about to go into the next phase in their lives. And so it was almost like her fear dissipated. And that happens for a lot of people when you actually face that fear and see the truth, that people are a lot of times they're supportive and they want to hear what you have to say. And they invited her, of course, because she's Shonda Rhimes. Scandal. All of her shows. So anyway, I'm going to read this. So again, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. But as we're talking about moving into your action, and I'm saying that because when I read this, I was like, I have to read this to my listeners. So the first lesson that she told the students when she gave her commencement speech was lesson 1, ditch the dream, be a doer, not a dreamer. And the other thing that she said, how did she pose it? And I was like, whoa, should I not even use the word dream anymore? She said, dreams, the title of her speech was Dreams Are for Losers. And I was like, whoa. How interesting is that? So anyway, so her first lesson, when she talked about it, she gave her intro, she went into it. She said, maybe you know exactly what you dream of being, or maybe you're paralyzed because you have no idea what your passion is. The truth is, it doesn't matter. You don't have to know. You just have to keep moving forward. You just have to keep doing something, seizing the next opportunity, staying open to trying something new. It doesn't have to fit your vision of the perfect job or the perfect life. Perfect is boring, and dreams are not real. Just do. So we'll stop right there. Just do. And I love what she said. Just as simple as that, like Nike, just do it. Just do. Some people, when they graduate, they don't know what they want to be. There are people who are working everyday jobs and they're really helping people, but they still don't know what they want to do. I talked to a good friend of mine who is working in the medical profession and is making good money, but is not fulfilled because he's not walking in his purpose. He feels that he hasn't found his purpose, and he's in a place, this is what he wants to do this year. And I believe that because he's seeking it, he will find it. If he's actively seeking it, he will truly find it. But it's telling you to do something. You can't be still. You can't do anything. Just not do anything. You cannot do your sofa. You can't just sit on your sofa. You can't just quit a job that's paying you because it's not your purpose, and then you're stuck and you don't even have the income. So you have to do something. Find yourself doing. Find yourself doing. It doesn't even matter what you're doing as long as you're active. And really another side of that is tapping into those things that you're genuinely interested in. There's a reason why you like the foods that you like. There's a reason why you like to go to the places you like to go. There's a reason why you're interested in the things that you're interested in. So there are just certain sides of ourselves that maybe we haven't tapped into. We haven't fully developed. Maybe that we run from it because, again, there are people who love to help people, but they don't like to speak in public. But instead of them getting help with their fears, they shy away from speaking. So, but she said, do something. Do something. And again, she said, you think, I wish I could travel. You sell your crappy car and buy a ticket and go to Bangkok right now. I'm serious. You say, I want to be a writer. Guess what? A writer is someone who writes every day. Start writing. And I think that's one of the things we get stuck because we see things on this grand scale, this big scale, and we don't realize that, again, as I stated before, it's a process. We don't like the process. We want the end results. We want to be the next Oprah. We want to be, in her case, she wanted to be the next Toni Morrison. Is that right? Yeah, Toni Morrison, Nobel Prize winning writer. But that was her dream. That's not what she's doing. She's an awesome writer. She's fantastic. But she's not Toni Morrison. She said she finally got a chance to have lunch with her, and she wanted to talk, and Toni wanted to talk about her shows. And that's awesome. Everybody has their something. So she said, I did not dream of being a TV writer. Never, not once when I was here in the hallowed halls of the Ivy League did I say to myself, I want to write TV. She wanted to, and this is where she goes into talking about she wanted to be a Nobel Prize winning author, Toni Morrison. That was her person. And even I watched the movie, the movie that just came out, Concussion, with Will Smith, who did an awesome job in that role. He was saying when he came to America, because he had all these degrees, he was this smart doctor, brilliant man. And the woman who was soon to become his wife in the movie came, and she talked about she was a nurse back in her country, but she was still trying to figure out what she wanted to do here in the US. And he just said, pick something and fake it. Pick someone. And he had a person that he was faking. In the end, she said that she was faking being him. So he had this picture of who he wanted to be, just like Shonda had a picture of who she wanted to be, but that was her dream. But anyway, she's just like, forget it. Forget your dream. She said that never would have happened if I hadn't stopped dreaming of becoming Tony and gotten busy becoming myself. And I think that's the best thing. Get busy becoming yourself. When you get busy becoming yourself, you begin to, again, you explore. You learn what you like. You learn what you don't like. And in doing so, you get that much closer to your dreams, your purpose. There are things that pull on your heartstrings. There are things that truly upset you, and they make you want to go fight or be an activist. Or some people, they don't. There are certain things where you see this person or these people, they need organization. Some people have administrative skills. But either way, if you're not doing anything, you definitely are not going to achieve your goals. So you need to find yourself doing something. Find yourself doing something. So your expectations and your effort must meet in order for you to be successful at whatever endeavor you choose to embark upon in 2016, 2017. It really doesn't matter the year. So anyway, that's my spiel about expectation, my expectation talk for Monday. We will have more guests on. I'm looking forward to Thursday because I'll have Tera Roberson on. Today was just me chatting it up with you and answering any questions you might have. It's been pretty much a quiet group, and that's fine too. Today is a recap and Motivation Monday, so I hope I said something that really, really sparked you to think about things in a different way. It sparked you to take action. That's what it's all about. Get busy doing something. Just do it. But Thursday, I'm returning 7 p.m. on Blab with my Speaking Success series. I'll have my first interview of the year. I'll interview Miss Tera Roberson, who is a television executive. She's worked in production, helping people's dreams become real and telling their stories for the last 20 years. She has an awesome perspective on reinvention. She has an awesome perspective on life in general. She just has a great personality. Is somebody that I think you will truly, truly, truly enjoy. So tune in this Thursday, January 7th at 7 p.m. right here on Blab with me, Shalonda Gibson, but you can call me Shuli since we know each other now. Hi, thank you again for tuning in, and just remember to speak success. This will be the same year, same old-ish, unless your efforts meet your expectations. So signing off, remember to start a conversation. Talk to the person in line in front of you. Talk to the person in line behind you. Spark up a conversation with a stranger. Put your phone down. Go ahead. Step out. Don't worry about your fears. Just talk. Seek to know a person. There's no such thing as small talk unless you have small things on your mind. But if you have big things on your mind, you have something to talk about, you can converse with anyone, not conversate, because conversate is not a word. But anyway, so signing off, go out there, be courageous, be brave, and may your expectations meet your efforts and all of your dreams come true in 2016. Speak success.